Hamilton Button dominated the season-opening Australian Grand Prix as Lewis Hamilton finished third. Button, who qualified second to his teammate, beat him into the first corner and pulled away to win. Hamilton lost second place to Red Bull's Sebastian Vettel after an unlucky break with a safety car, and the German was able to hold him off. Red Bull's Mark Webber was fourth ahead of the surprisingly quick Ferrari of Fernando Alonso. Williams driver Pastor Maldonado was on course to take a close sixth, but he lost control while chasing Alonso on the last lap and crashed at the turn 7 kink. That handed sixth place to Sabio's Kamui Kobayashi. The Japanese won out in a 7-car fight to the flag. In a chaotic final lap, Lotus driver Kimi Räikkönen, impressive on his return after 2 years in rallying, took 7th ahead of the second Sabio of Sergio Perez. The Toro Rosso of Daniel Ricciardo, Force India's Paul di Resta, Toro Rossa's Jean-Eric Vergne, and the Mercedes of Nico Rosberg, who had been 8th until Maldonado's crash, led to a frantic place-swapping followed. Button was severely unaware of the drama behind him. He was in a league of his own throughout the race after making a better start than Hamilton and passing him down into turn 1. As a team, it really shows how important the winter is, said Hamilton, who kicked off his 2009 championship-winning year with victory in Australia. We had a strong winter, and qualifying really shows that. It's nice to come away with a win in the first race of the season. Every win means a lot to you. Hamilton was slightly more than 3 seconds behind Button by the time of the first pit stops, which he made 1 lap later than Button. That meant he came out behind Perez, and in the 4 laps it took Hamilton to pass the Mexican. Button extended his lead to more than 10 seconds. Button held his lead at about that margin until they both made the second stops down on lap 36, but a safety car deployed in the next lap to enable the recovery of the stranded Caterham of Vitaly Pechkov cost Hamilton again. It wasn't my day, said Hamilton, who started the race on pole. I just have to keep my head down and my day will come. Vettel was approaching the pit entry as the safety car was signalled. According to BBC F1 technical analyst Gary Anderson, that meant he was able to continue at full speed to the pit, while Hamilton had to slow to the pace required of the drivers where a caution period is called. The time gained meant the world champion exited the pit ahead of Hamilton, and although the Englishman stayed within a second of the Red Bull until he began to drop back in the closing stages, possibly because he was struggling with high tyre wear. Jenson was unbeatable. Coming away with second was great. Not a lot of people would have expected that after yesterday, saying reigning world champion Vettel. The car was a lot of potential. We just need to get on top of it, and it will be very close with these guys. Webber recovered strongly after a poor start at his home race, left him in 9th place on the first lap. Great showing by McLaren, said Anderson. It was just unfortunate that for Hamilton he got caught up in that safety car. Red Bull also got their homework done after qualifying on the 3rd row and has showed good race pace, and Ferrari will be encouraged by Alonso's performance. Alonso drove a strong race after the disastrous qualifying session that left him in 12th place. The Ferrari had looked very hard to drive throughout the weekend, but it showed a surprising turn of race pace. The Spaniard drove a feisty, consistent race, and although he was not able to hang on to the McLarens and the Red Bulls, he was able to hold off Maldonado to take 5th until the Venezuelan crashed on the last lap. Mercedes faded after a strong qualifying. Rosberg had run 4th in the early laps, just behind teammate Michael Schumacher, who retired with gearbox failure on lap 11 while trying to fend off Vettel.